I'm going to do this. I'm actually going to do this. Let's see. So I'm actually going to touch the hadith, because earlier on, you know, if you guys saw the video that we did, what I actually did was utilize reasoning. You know, one of my favorite individuals here is Mufti Abu Layth. Yeah, Mufti Abu Layth. He basically makes mention in one of the videos that when it comes to hadiths, even though the sanad or the isnad or the sanad is actually sahih or hasan or whatever the case is, strong, it still has to go through 3 tests. I know Saracen knows the 3 tests, and it says the first test is that it cannot go against reason. The second test, it cannot go against established sources. And the third is it cannot uproot established principles in Islam. Okay. And this is from Ibn Hazm and Ibn Jawzi and other hadith scholars makes mention of these types of tests right there. And you know, if any guy's been keeping up with what's been going on, you would see that I've only really touched upon the aql, the reasoning elements, the logic of it alone. I haven't even gone into the text. I haven't even tried to really explain the text away if it can be explained, or, you know, the context give you some, you know, better understanding. I haven't even gone into the Islamic principles for us to know whether this hadith is sound in terms of its matin, in terms of the text itself. Like, what it's saying, is it sound? Does it make sense? And if it doesn't make sense, even though the isnad is all correct, we should throw it away. And I haven't decided to throw it away is because I've gone through the 3 principles themselves, the 3 tests, to understand that this hadith should not be thrown away. What should be thrown away is the interpretation of the text. The interpretation of the text. If you remember the video that they made, basically was stating that, you know, Ali ibn Abi Talib said that, you know, do not marry blacks, yeah, because they are ugly creation or distorted creation. That's what he was saying, okay? And yet again, and that he was just reading the Arabic. He was reading the Arabic and he was giving his own translation to it. And again, for me, I pulled him up on it and I said, that don't make no sense logically, number one, because Ali was obviously a dark-skinned person. So you're trying to, you know, bring forth this racist implication. It's not based upon the text. It's based upon your own racial prejudices and presumptions. I made that clear in the first bit of my video. The second bit of the video, I made clear yet again that you just translated the word al-Zanj or Zinj into blacks when it doesn't actually state that. The word there, Zinj, just literally means one ethnic group within inside of the black populace. Okay, so I was just pointing out the little fallacies that they were dropping inside of the video, and I never really explained what it meant. You know, does it still hold racial context to it, and all those things that I never really explained it. And even when I was on the video with them, I never really explained it at all. I just, you know, talking about, yeah, it's to do with the mind and so forth. I didn't really go into details at all. But hopefully today, I just want to just touch on it real quickly so you guys can get a better understanding at the same time. Because it's, you know, it's not fair if I don't actually, you know, go into it. It's just a cop-out, to be honest. So yeah, let me quickly share my screen. And if you lot don't agree with me, please, I would love to hear what you guys got to say. So it says here, okay, it says here, beware of marrying the Negroes, for they are an ugly creation. Whew. Another translation. Okay, so that's it there. So this is it right here. Okay, in Arabic. Okay. That's it there in Arabic. I'm not even going to read it in Arabic because, of course, my Arabic speaking may not be the best that Arabic is. I know we got the Arabic police that's going to say, Kalam, you messed up on your Arabic here. And I'm going to be like, yeah, I don't claim to be an Arabic speaker, baby, like that. All right. So, you know, of course, this sounds very highly racist. And I wouldn't even be alarmed that other people finds this racist. I would not be alarmed or surprised it's racist. I would argue, okay, there's a famous hadith, you know, it's in the surah itself. I don't know if Saracen knows this, but after there was a war, you know, they said we fought for the revelation, or we fought them in terms of the revelation, and we will also fight them for its interpretation. Does anybody know that hadith? Anybody? Nah, you lot don't know that hadith. All right, cool. So I'm just gonna fight you guys for your interpretations, because you lot always trying to make a mad mockery. And again, I'm not gonna fight you guys in terms of anybody else. It's you lot brought me into this, and I was only fighting the case of Ali ibn Abi Talib, that he was of course not being racist. It just doesn't make logical sense as to say he was being racist, or implying that he was racist, or implying that the Shias, you know, attributed racism to him without even showing where or which Shia person, you know, fabricated this lie and put it into Ali's mouth. If you can't even show that, and then the isnad is sahih, like, we have to wonder, like, is this really coming from Ali or not? Okay, you clearly said this is the Shia understanding of Ali, or this is the Shia Ali that's making the statement, and I'm going to actually, you know, break this down for you guys.
Well, he did say that Al-Majlisi authenticated it. Whether it's true or not, he didn't like provide evidence, but he did say that.
Yeah. So you provided evidence that it is sahih, but you haven't shown, you know, if it's been attributed to Ali. You haven't shown who tried to attribute it to Ali or pass off this fraud. Nobody did. You know, nobody showed that. So, you know, in anybody's mind that's left over, that's watching it, be like, oh, sugar, did Ali actually say that? Did Ali say that?
Yeah, and also, like, just knowing who Ali is, he wouldn't say stuff like that. So already, like, you could, you know, get rid of it.
Yeah. So we're not even going to get rid of it. We're actually going to go in, because it's too easy to say, you know what, Ali would never say that. Let's throw it away. It's too easy. Okay. I would rather say, okay, let's just say Ali did say this. What does it mean? Okay. What does it mean? Now, again, we actually have to throw away the English translation. So there is various English translations. One is saying, beware of marrying the Negroes, or sorry, the Zanj, for they are an ugly creation. Okay. I would have to say, nah, for they're an ugly creation? Hell no, that's impossible. That's impossible. That type of talk right there would never come out of Ali's mouth, or any black man's mouth here, or any individual here that knows black women. How the hell are you going to say that they're ugly? That's impossible. I'm going to be real with you. Yeah, I've got a little I've got my own prejudices, yeah, and I think black women, yeah, has to be the most beautiful creatures, yeah, to have ever existed in
absolutely
earth, to be honest with you. Yeah, not to put, I'm not putting down any other race. I'm just telling you my preference. Yeah, I love black women, and I can't see how anybody else can say that black women are ugly. It doesn't make no sense. It can only make sense if you have a racial prejudice or a racial bias. Okay, it's impossible. It's impossible. So another one, it says because they are a distorted creature. So, you know, these are the ones right here. Now, if we were to pass that through the test of logic, which we just did half of it by saying they're ugly creature, they are like black women ugly, that doesn't make no sense already. That's alarm bells ringing. That's alarm bells ringing. Okay, to say a black woman is ugly, that just doesn't make no sense. And then from a prophet, sorry, you know, somebody who is what's the word, a khalif, or somebody who is divinely inspired to a certain extent, how are you going to say that they're, you know, somebody, you're judging a person based upon looks? It doesn't make no sense. Let me see, for those of you guys who know, yeah, how do we judge people? How do we, my Muslims, how do we judge people? What are the two things we judge people by? Muslims, talk to me. Chemists, it's the same principle.
By what they say.
Sorry?
By what they say.
Heart and deeds.
That's right. Their hearts and deeds. And the Prophet also said, I have come to perfect what? What have I come to perfect?
Good character.
Good character. That's right. Good character. And then he also talks about taqwa, okay, which is basically having reverence or fear for God, basically. Okay, these are the two things: good manners and good character. And this is the way that you judge people. This is the way that you look into people's hearts and souls. You don't look at them based upon their physical appearances. So from the bat, I already know this doesn't make no sense. you know, based upon your translation to say ugly and distorted creatures and so forth, you know. And if that is true, the question now lies, yeah, the question now lies, why would you have to be on your guard for somebody who's ugly? Why would you have to be aware or be wary of an ugly person? Does that ever make sense? Would that make sense to you? Someone speak to me. Someone speak to
That's
me.
a good point. That's a good point.
Based upon logic, bruv. Like, I'll be real, yeah. Sometimes we're shallow. If I saw an ugly person, why would I want to be marrying them? If I'm not attracted to them, peep game. If I'm not physically attracted to that person, why would I want to be marrying them? Why would I need to be on my guard marrying a ugly woman? I don't have to. I can clearly see that she's not quite, you know, my cup of tea. Them ways there. So again, just by using your akal, by using your intellect, by using your intelligence here, you have to start scrapping away these types of translations. It just doesn't make no sense. Why would you tell anyone to be wary of these things? It doesn't make any sense, okay? You'll find like other places where it says, you know, beware of tagut, okay? Because, you know, that can creep up on you. You know, you have other places where it says to like a 60-year-old man, you know, beware of marrying, you know, young women. That makes sense. Why does it make sense? Because they are attractive. Anything that can make you transgress the bounds, yeah, is attractive towards you. You're like, yeah. But when you get it, like, it just doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't make any sense. You're only attracted to good things, right? Am I right in saying you're attracted to good things, or what seems to be good? Would I be right in saying that to people?
That's true.
Right. So again, you know, when you're coming with these physical ones, and yeah, they're distorted or they're ugly creatures, it just doesn't make sense. When you just utilize, number one, always utilize your mind first and foremost. It just doesn't make no sense. So the second way of actually looking at this text, yeah, is that it's saying to do with, there's three ways of looking at it. Looking at it as to do with their intellect. We already have to scrap the physicalness to say that this person is distorted or is an ugly creature and so forth. We actually have to go to it and see what it actually means and what sense does it mean. Okay, so usually, okay, if we've now utilized
we've been calling him out and he finally got on the show, but
yeah, I know. Finally got on the show and then he just done nonsense. So again, where was I going? So yeah, so the first thing that we usually do when we look at text, yeah, is utilize our reason. Okay, I'm going to go through three things with you. The second step that we go is that does it go against the established sources? Okay, and the third one is does it uproot Islamic principles? So we now have to look at the source. We have to, let me actually look at the context of what's going on here. Okay, so it's saying be on your guard of marrying people of Zanj because of something. Okay, now if I said to you, this is actually coming from one of the dictionaries, yeah. Fear or beware or be fearful or be on your guard for a certain for the she camel. Would you call me a she camel phobic because I'm saying that, or do you wait for something? What do you wait for? So it says, fear thou the she camel, for she is in her evil temper on the occasions of her bringing forth. Okay, so we always have to wait. What I'm actually trying to say to you right now, yeah, is that just because something says fear the she camel doesn't mean that we're going to be fearing the she camel. Like, it's not saying fear the she camel for no reason. There is always a purpose behind something. And usually you find the purpose based upon the occasion or based upon the circumstance or based upon the event. Why should we fear the she camel? We should fear the she camel when she, on the occasion of her bringing forth, i.e. her giving birth. That is the time frame you should fear the she camel. Okay, so this is telling you what to do. Be wary or be fearful of the she camel. This is telling you the event of when to be fearful of the she camel, because we don't just walk around being fearful of the she camel. We are only fearful of the she camel on the occasions of her giving birth And the reason why we are fearful of her when she's giving birth is because she has an evil temper. And if somebody has an evil temper, we can infer after that that it may just kick us. It may just do something erratic. It may just hurt us. It may just harm us. There may just be a negative result taking place. That is how we should be reading into the text. We should see what the advice is. We should see the circumstance around it, and we should see the rationale behind it as well. So if we can do that with the text over here. So over here is telling you, yeah, in the Arabic, yeah, to be wary of them, okay? To be on your guard of them. And who is the them? The Zanj, okay? Are we going to be wary of the Zanj all the time? Is it telling you to be wary? Let me see if I can get some crowd participation. Is it telling you to be wary of the Zanj all the time? To be on the guard on the Zanj all the time? Yes or no? Just to see if you lot are still awake.
No.
No, we're not just going to be wary of the Zanj all the time. But when? When should we be wary of the Zanj? Of the female Zanj, should I say? It's not even the Zanj in total, but the women of the Zanj. When should we be fearful of them? The word right here is in marriage. Okay? In marriage. Okay? So in marriage, or nikah. Nikah. Right here. So does anybody here know what nikah means?
Nikah. I don't know. What's a nikah? It's like a dowry, no? Is it something to do with marriage?
Yep, something to do with marriage. Let's see.
Proposal or something?
Okay, that's right. That's right. All right. So, all right, cool. So what, does anybody know the rules of marriage? Anybody knows the rules of marriage? What stands out in Islamic marriages?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay. Come on, where's my Muslims at? Where's my Muslims? What can Muslim men do that most Christian men don't have the opportunity to do?
Wow, I'm intrigued now.
Come on, crowd participation, baby. We're trying to learn together. Let me get nothingness on.
Yeah, you should know.
Nothingness. Talk to me, King. No, none of you guys. Rah.
What's your question, bro? What's your
Sorry,
question?
what you say?
So in the Quran, yeah, it allows Muslim men to do certain things
4 wives.
in terms of in marriage. Oh, somebody said 4 wives, right?
Yeah.
So you can have like 4 wives, whereas the normal man can't have 4 wives, right?
Right.
Facts. I love that. I absolutely love that. You lot can have 4 rascal wives. Everybody else is just suffering, you know, and just thinking, damn, I want to have more. But anyways,
Bro, the guy's gonna go bankrupt if he goes for 4 wives.
Oh, trust me.
Bruv, you're mentally bankrupt, bruv. Women might just knock you. Anyways, let me continue. All right. So it says here, the occasion when you should be wary of them is in marriage. Okay. So be on your guard in marriage to the Zanj or to the Zanji women. Okay, that is the occasion when you should be wary of them, or you should be on your guard. It's not actually against popular belief. It's not telling you do not marry them. It's not actually telling you that. It's not actually telling you don't marry the Zanj. Don't marry the Zanj. It's not telling you that. It's just saying that to be aware, to be wary, to be on your guard when you are married or in marriage, yeah, with them. And now let's get into the why. Okay, and it says here, fiha khalq. Mushawa or Mashawa. Does anybody understand what that means? No, I know most of you guys won't. So let me actually talk about it then. So, you know, some people have translated this to mean distorted creatures. Other people have translated it to mean, what's the word? Distorted. What did somebody else say? To say that they're ugly and so forth. Okay. And I'm going to say to you that all of these things here are wrong. They're all wrong. Maybe in like modern Arabic, this might be right. Okay, but we're actually talking about classical Arabic and what it actually implies. Okay, what does it imply? Does it imply that somebody is physically ugly? Does it imply that they're intellectually ugly? Does it imply that their disposition, or does it imply something about their disposition? My argumentation is say that this has nothing to do with the bodily aspect of things. Okay, has nothing to do with the bodily aspect of things. And I've already gone through the reasons as to say why I don't believe it has anything to do with the body. It can, so, and I was also saying that, yeah, it could literally mean to do with your intellect or your disposition. That's the only two, the inner workings, okay? It's the inner workings. And the inner workings will let you definitely know, because if we judge a person based upon their, what's the word? Their taqwa and their akhlaq, okay? Keyword, taqwa and akhlaq, khalaq, okay? Their akhlaq. We are realizing that we judge them based upon their character or their disposition, okay? And we see over here that they're talking about the person's disposition, okay? Just like we was talking about earlier on, about the occasion was on giving birth, and the reason why we should be wary or fearing the she-camel is because of her disposition, i.e. her evil temper, okay? So I'm saying this is to do with a person's disposition. What is her temperament, okay? Or what is it talking about here? It's talking about her temperament. It's talking about her disposition. It's talking about her nature over here, okay? And we're going to soon see what it's talking about. So I'm just going to jump down a little bit down here, okay? And this is the word right here, okay? Mashallah, okay? Mashallah, okay? This is literally from the Lane's lexicon, and it literally tells you what the word means. Okay, literally tell you what the word means. It says here, can I get somebody else to read actually?
Yeah, so a woman frowning or morose in face.
Cool, keep on going.
All right, so fond,
Foul.
unseemly or ugly in make. Yeah, so
So it's
yeah.
got another meaning of being foul or unseemly or ugly in make.
So already we know there's a couple meanings here. So,
That's
and
right.
also beautiful, goodly, and conly.
Ooh, okay.
Damn, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, do you think Ali was warning guys against some black beauty or something?
Ooh, wait. You're soon gonna know, G. You're soon gonna know. Let's continue.
That excites admiration and approval by her beauty. Damn. That's having two contrary meanings. Oh my god, they're such deceivers since they didn't mention that stuff.
You're damn right. And that's why I always tell you, yeah, it's the translators. Yeah, they're the lying, sinful, deceitful shaitans, them. So, you know, they'll get you all effed up.
Yo, you're getting every insult from their books, bro.
So we see that there is a contrary meaning that's going on here. So literally this word, mashawa, has contrary meanings. And we'll find out why it has contrary meanings, okay? We'll find out what's actually going on. So at one moment, yeah, this person could be literally be beautiful, goodly. You know, she excites your admiration and approval by her beauty. She really does. When you see her, and this is the first instant right here, this is why you have to be aware of her, you know. This is why you have to be wary of certain black women. And I'm going to say it as this, especially my Afro-Caribbean women. I'm putting you guys in the same category as the Zanjs, yeah, right now. And I'm going to show you guys why in a minute. So first of all, be on your guard, yeah, when you're in a relationship, when you're married to these women, okay? Because why? They're beautiful women. This is why you have to be careful. They're very attractive. They're very comely. When you see them, you're going to be like, God damn, I love that. I absolutely love that. But what can they be made to do? What can they be made to do? She can quickly, in an instant, turn into a woman who's frowning or morose in face, foul, unseemly, or ugly in make. She can quickly change that way. And I'll give you the reason why she will change that way in a hot second. Okay, so this is the contrary or the contrasting meanings it actually has. We're going to pick it up here. And it says here, that smites quickly with the eye, or the evil eye, it says, or that smites people effectually with his and her evil eye. And having an evil eye, This is the other ways that you can look at it as well. Okay. So basically, they can have an evil eye, an evil eye, an evil eye. I'm going to keep saying that, evil eye. All right. What is that about now? What is that actually about? What is that about? So for those of you guys that know about the eye, yeah, or somebody smiting somebody with an eye, you know, we have a statement, you know, if looks can kill, this is what it's saying. She has, yeah, that, yeah, where if looks can kill, but what is it? What is the evil eye? Can anybody tell me about the evil eye? What is that?
Well, basically, I've had enough of that myself, to be honest with you, for my missus, and it's just a bit of attitude, basically. You know what I'm trying to say? Just like cutting it at someone, looking you up and down, give you that medicine, basically. You know, the one where you just have to just settle yourself. So that's basically.
The actual evil eye goes further. It's more or less like a curse. In different religions, they have this. You know, I don't know if you've ever seen the hand. They call it Hamza, the hand of Fatima. This is to ward off the evil eye. I don't know if you've ever heard of that. So when somebody looks at you with jealousy or envy or anything like that, they wish bad luck upon you. It doesn't strictly have to come from a female. It's in many different cultures.
There you go. You touched on it just perfectly. It's to do with jealousy and jealousy and envy and so forth. So I'm just going to quickly touch on a few other things here. So it says here, and a man such as is termed a what's the word here? What's that word? Kadora. Pardon me if I've got it wrong. Kadora, which means foul in language, evil in disposition, one who cares not who what he does or says, very jealous, one who does not mix or associate as friends and so forth. Okay, so all this foul stuff, a very evil disposition, okay, is to do with a person being jealous. So for example, his wife was jealous of him. Okay, so a woman is basically talking about, yeah, women who are very jealous, that their whole disposition can change in a hot second. They can have that beautiful look on them, yeah, but they can just change in one hot second. And I'm putting it down that this is talking about jealousy. This right here is talking about jealousy. And why am I saying it's talking about jealousy? Because we're talking about nikah. It's talking about marriage. Okay, it's talking about marriage. And what happens with what can Muslims do? What can Muslims do?
Have 4 wives.
They can have multiple wives, right? They can have multiple wives. And we already know that certain black women, yeah, they're not having a bar of that. They're not having a bar of that. They can't stand. Yeah, they can't stand their man having another woman. And I'll go there with you. So, you know, so that is what I'm saying it means, okay? And I'm actually going to say that I actually have good grounds for saying this is what it means. Because yet again, I'm going to just jump into some Jahis, okay? And he's talking about the Zanj and the blacks. And it's saying here, the Negro is more jealous of his woman than anything else that God created. Can I get an amen? Can I get an amen? Can I get an amen?
Amen, hallelujah, and praise the Lord.
I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Yeah, I see certain man them. Yeah, they see a black woman. It's not even their own woman, you know, but a black woman walking the streets with an Asian man or an Arab man or a white man, looking like they want to fight the man, bro. I don't even know. I don't know if you have noticed this before, but trust me.
Well, you know, not about fight the man, but you know what? Shake his hand and slap her. I mean, well, you know, compliment. You know what I'm saying.
And I've seen the same thing, yeah, with definitely with black women, yeah. And if a black man is walking no, it works more with a black woman, okay? If a black man is walking the streets with a white woman, Asian woman, or another race, what happens? Bruv, they'll be there bitching, bruv, giving the slyest looks on their faces, yeah, to everybody. Like,
that's ignorance, pure ignorance.
It's pure ignorance, yeah. But it's something deep down in our subconscious, yeah, that makes us do these things. Let me just quickly finish it up. I'm not saying it's right or nothing. I'm just simply saying I've noticed it. says here, and his women are just as jealous and protective of him, as well as being more pleasant than other women. Okay, so yet again, I'm just copying what Jahiz is saying when I was talking about that black women. Whew, God damn, they're beautiful as hell, they're pleasant as hell, but they are overprotective and jealous of the black men. So I'm just simply saying that if you read this in a certain way, okay, it's talking about black women being jealous. Okay, it's talking about their character, their disposition. Okay, that they cannot handle a Muslim style marriage where a man can have more than one woman. They're used to having one woman, one man relationships. Okay, and once you start adding extra into the mix, you'll start seeing that negative side of her. You'll start seeing that ugly side of her. You start seeing those frowns, those looks of disgust and contempt. You'll start seeing those evil eyes. She will quickly change up automatically and let you know that she's not the one. That's the way I would read that text personally.